All right. So now another game of
So
Boris.
here we have the. I remember this was a very, very beautiful game. It was
You,
played in Varna in Bulgaria. It was my
your
first Olympiad.
your
This
first
one in
Olympiad.
'62, yeah, in '62. And it happened that Spassky had to play against Lothar Schmid later on, 10 years later. Schmid was the main referee in his match against Spassky, against Bobby in Reykjavik,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But he was a very strong grandmaster himself, one of the
So
best
he
German
retired.
masters.
Retired at that
Yeah,
time.
he retired
But he
afterwards,
was
yes.
older than. I
He
guess you
was
were
older, yeah. He
older.
was
Okay.
older, but he played very well. And here he played a very complicated game, and well, in my opinion, he tried to win with black, against Spassky. But okay, Spassky was already very strong, and the game will be very beautiful with a small mistakes like this, but finally very, very beautiful end. You'll see. So it's Benoni, very complicated Benoni, played by all the best grandmasters in the world, played like this with white, against the Benoni, if it was possible. So what is the idea? White is coming on the central squares, and later on, if he had the possibility, on the king side. Black is trying to get some very good counterplay on the queen side, as always, by playing later on the move b5, if he arrives to b5. So, okay, here knight c3, castle, knight a6 first, pardon, knight a6, castle, knight c7, one of the main lines, rook e1. White could play also a4, but is almost the same variation later on. So, okay, rook e1. Now, if you play b5, you lose a pawn, I mean, he can take immediately with the bishop, and the pawn from e4 is protected. Therefore, rook e1 is a good move. So now you have to prepare. So here, a6, and he played bishop g5. Good. And after bishop g5, h6, bishop f4. And bishop d7. He wants to play immediately b5, you see. The alternative was to put the knight in d7, but anyway, even after queen, knight d7, queen d2, king h7, white is, in any variation, white is a little bit better. If he has time to push later on e5, in any case, he's always with some advantage. All right, so starting from here, the idea is clear. White is trying to get some initiative or some attacking chances against the king, even if he gives the two bishops later on, but has some initiative, very strong initiative. Black is trying anyway to come quickly on the queen side with b5. Good. So now, white has to also to be a little bit careful. If he doesn't play e5 and he takes immediately in h6, it's not clear at all after b4. Maybe black is even better afterwards. If you lose the central pawn in e4, it's okay for black, I mean, instead of e5, bishop take h6, b4. Very unclear. Probably black is okay, because he has time to take the pawn later on in e4, and it's all right. So, okay, but now after e5 is move by move, and the white is attacking, So we put the position back, and now e5. Okay. So now what to do? Now he has to take, of course, and he takes with the bishop, and b4. And here, I tell you, it's move by move. It's not a very nice decision to give the bishop, the black bishop is very strong. But if you don't give the bishop in f6, you don't have anything with white, So that is the problem. So, okay, he took, and knight e4. Okay, now if he takes in b2, he can ignore, and he can take with the queen in h6. Because if you take the rook, you are almost mate after knight g5, After knight g5 is fantastic attack for white, It's almost mate. Or mate in a few moves. So now you have to be careful. Bishop g7, okay. And after bishop g7, knight takes. And here he took the pawn. Now the knight is a little bit far away. And now he thought, okay, now I have time to take in b2. He's also threatening bishop c3 in some variations. But the problem is that white is coming very quickly on the other side. This is the question if black can resist here, or the initiative is too dangerous. So now here we have this kind of position. Black has two bishops, and if he can save the game for a few moves, it's all right. It's not so bad,
So
But
why he didn't came here? Because
Queen
of
takes h6, yes.
Yes.
I mean, he can give the rook, again, knight g5. And if he has time to come with tempo to g5, he's mate, Yeah. So, all right.
let's
So
see.
queen takes, bishop back, and queen h4. The attack continues, you see. This is the problem. And queen d6. Okay, after queen d6, knight g5, rook e8. Now, everything is forced. And now, if you go back with the queen, with the knight in e4 or something, maybe black can save the game, But now, unfortunately for black, everything is forced, and white wins by force and with beauty price, It's not so complicated, but it's very beautiful, Bishop d3. You have to eliminate the piece from f5, which is the best piece for black, defending everything. So queen takes, bishop takes, knight takes d5. If he took there,
Yes.
he was probably immediately lost, after queen takes, queen h5 check, no?
Here?
King f8, yes. And now he could take in f5, or even stronger, maybe queen h5, and this mate, no?
Queen is here.
Yeah. Nothing to do. You have to move back the king in g8, otherwise he's mate in 1, And after king g8, takes with check, king h8, rook d3, and mate in h3.
Here.
This is the problem. The attack is crushing here. Yeah. So, of course, now he took in d5. I'm the only hope, you see. But of course, it's clear that white is winning. And here, I think he resigned, no? Or what?
He resigned, yes.
He resigned. Why? Because it's very clear. What can he do? Now, you have to take probably, because if you move back the rook in f8, is mating h7. If you take in e6, you are mate or you lose the queen. Okay, you take in e6, queen takes there in queen h5, h7 check.
Yes.
King f8. Now you can take the queen with knight e6 now.
Yes.
But you can play even stronger. Knight takes g6 and this mate.
Queen takes
g6.
g6
and mate, yeah. Mate in f7. Yeah. Like before, the same idea, Very beautiful game. And everything forced, For a long period afterwards, nobody played this variation anymore with black because it was such a crushing, defeat that nobody wanted to repeat it, you see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, very nice game against a very strong opponent because Lothar Schmid was playing very well in that time, Yeah. Nice. Yeah, one of the most beautiful games of the whole Olympiad, So, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
You're welcome.